All right, all right, all right. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Drivers, start your engines!
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Remember when I told all my drivers, reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time? Drivers, start your engines!
And gentlemen, start your engine!
And welcome back to another episode of the Green White Checkered Podcast. I'm Andrew, joined with Shane. We're here to talk about Las Vegas. We got a surprise winner this week. We got Homestead coming up, which I was excited for last week. I'm prepared, I feel like it, for this week. Got some interesting picks coming along, I think. So we're going to do our bets, a little bit of precursor for what we're expecting at Homestead. I think we're going to have a good week this week. Man, we were really close to Vegas. I don't know if you saw the fastest laps, because we had that little glitch that we found with, who was it? Busher, Bubba Wallace, and
Cindric.
Bubba Wallace and Cindric almost had it. Like, almost at plus 5,000. That would have been such a good hit. Reddick passed him right at the end, and so did... Well, Logano got it on lap 3 or something like that, but it was so close. I would have been so happy.
Yeah, if those would have hit, you might have saw DraftKings not even have them this week.
Dude, two of those guys are still at plus 5,000. I don't get it. It makes no sense to me. And I'm going to be back on it. You put just a little bit. I mean, pennies. And you're getting such a payback. It's worth it to do it every week. Like, if it hits at all, oh my God. But, let's get into Vegas. But before we do that, make sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, whatever you can. It helps us out. And if it helps us out, it gets us to the racetrack and we can get more content for you. So let's hop into Vegas. Josh Berry wins the Wood Brothers' 101st win at Las Vegas. Man, we had been talking him up, said he's been doing a great job. I think you asked last week what I thought of Barry. I didn't see him getting a win. That's for sure. But, man, how you feeling about it?
Yeah, I mean, happy for him and happy for the team. With Barry being with the team now, I'm wondering if they're, like we've talked about before, if Penske's pouring more into this team. They definitely feel a whole lot more competitive this year. But yeah, I'm really happy for him. I'm curious what this leads to.
Yeah. With the Penske Alliance, I mean, we've known about it for years that Wood Brothers and Penske have been, together since, I want to say it was the COVID year they were talking about shutting down, and then, Ford kind of stepped in and helped. But I mean, either Harrison Burton was the problem, which maybe a little bit, but that car just seems faster, has more speed, it's competitive. It's going out there and beating the Penske cars. So I don't know if it's Barry and his crew chief. It's rookie crew chief, if I'm right. They're doing good every week. And we looked right before the show. The finish positions didn't show it the first week, but he ran well at Daytona. He ran well at Atlanta. And Coda, not so much. But I don't expect him to run well at a road course. But then Phoenix, he gets 4th, and he gets a win. This early in the season, like, such a shot, just boost for that team, right? Wood Brothers in the playoffs, and I could see them making the round of 8, whereas like Harrison Burton gets it with a win, and I'm like, oh, cool. Yeah, he'll be out first round.
Right.
I'm a Barry fan. I like Barry. I raced him way back in the day on, NASCAR Racing 2003 and stuff like that. So really happy to see a old guy like me, kind of hit victory lane. But
yeah, it was a great performance all around by the team. They definitely deserve a lot of credit there. They were fast on pit road. They were fast on the track. They made the right decisions. It was an all-around effort.
Well, that's the other thing. Like, it is obviously a Penske car, but that team stepped up, and that team would have the backup pit crew members for the other cars, to where if somebody gets suspended from the 12 car, pit crew members from the 21 are going over there. So these are the backups, and they did awesome all day. And then Barry just closed it and brought it home. The pit stop, or not pit stops, cautions kind of fell right for him. I'll give him that. I don't think he had the fastest car of the day, but he was quick at the end when it counted.
Right. Yeah. I thought Larson was going to get this win, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I thought Larson looked really good. Reddick for a little while, but then he had issues with power steering or something like that. That was a weird situation too, because he looked really bad at the end, but he ran the fastest lap of the race with like 30 or 40 to go. So I don't know what happened, but he looked good. Christopher Bell for a little while, he kind of just appeared and then he was gone just as fast as he appeared. I don't know what happened there. It was interesting. We had a lot of guys that seemed like, oh man, this guy's really quick, and then they'd get back in traffic and you wouldn't see him again. So I don't know if there's like really bad aero push going on or what the deal was, but yeah, I think Larson probably had the best car of the day.
Yeah, I would say so as well. Well,
beyond that, I mean, is there anything else really to talk about for Vegas?
Not really in particular. I mean, you're getting a few. What has this been? His second top 10, Daniel Suarez this year?
Yeah. I forgot I was going to mention that. Yeah. What about our top 3 drivers here? Like Barry, Suarez, and Preece. Suarez has been showing up, it seems like, on a weekly basis. Like Atlanta, he was there. Coda, he was there for a little bit. And, I don't remember where he was at Phoenix. He got a top 5, didn't he? He was
second. Oh, at Phoenix.
He got second.
I'm
Phoenix,
sorry.
Phoenix, yeah.
Phoenix. I don't remember.
I don't either off the top of my head, but I know he was there kind of towards the end, top 10 probably. Then finishes second here, pulls it out. He's racing for his seat this year, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, he's the faster one of the Trackhouse cars. He's beaten Chastain every week, it feels like.
Yep.
Oh, he finished 23rd at Phoenix. Oh, his finishes have not been good, which I know Atlanta, he got involved in an accident. Oh, he was running really good at Phoenix. He got taken out by Catherine Legg when he was running like 5th.
That's right.
Yeah. Yep. So he was running top 5 there, or maybe he was 6th. But either way, got taken out by Catherine Legg.
Have we heard that audio after that?
Yeah.
Was it bad?
Not really. Honestly, like if it was me versus him, like he was, in church, giving a sermon or something, because I would have lost it. I know he had some choice words after, basically questioning how she's even on the racetrack, which I don't blame him. I don't think she should have. I don't see how somebody with no stock car experience can just hop in the top level, and compete. But yeah, he did pretty well considering, how it could have been. But yeah, second place. It's a really good finish for that team, even though, they don't have the results to show it. They're running strong.
Yeah.
How about Preece in third?
Yeah. I mean, this was a kind of, I feel like, luck there as far as how he ran the race. He wasn't up there very often.
He was running around 10th, it seemed like. And I mean, that was Barry too. I want to Suarez was maybe like 7th or 8th, and then just pit stops or caution flags and restarts and stuff like that kind of helped him get there. And there was some tire and fuel strategy going on too, which is what ended, Reddick's day and kind of screwed some of the other top guys over because green flag pit stops and a caution comes out. But yeah, Reese is another guy that seems to be enjoying the new ride, and we talked about it last week, man. Is it a trade-off for Keselowski to Priest? Like, Keselowski's struggling.
Yeah, I mean, he finished 11th. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if they have a similar path as last year, coming on stronger middle of the season.
Okay. He did finish 11th. I was thinking Buescher finished 11th. He finished 13th, which ruins my Buescher top 10s. Yeah, Keselowski's weird to me so far this year. Like, the first year with RFK, he was kind of slow, seemed to be just kind of getting in the rhythm. And then last year, he kind of picked it up. You saw better finishes consistently. And then, like, this year, it's just, I don't know. Can't break the top 10.
Yeah. There's a few guys that you're just kind of waiting for them to have that breakout race that are capable. But he's definitely high up on that list.
Now, do you think it's more competition this year? Like, we're seeing guys like Hocevar and, obviously Buescher, Alex Bowman's running consistently top 10 to where it makes it harder to get in the top 10. Faster guys kind of breaking in there.
Yeah, I could see that. I also feel like there's been a lot of guys who've had some bad luck to start the year too. Just getting caught up in accidents and stuff regularly. But yeah, I mean, I do think there's a lot of competition now. I think you have a lot of guys who are capable of running that 8 to 15 every week type of range. And there's a ton of guys that I think are in that tier that can do that. So I think that's probably something to do with it as well.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think the middle of the pack is kind of more compact as far as the cars themselves. Like, everything's set up the same speed wise, and you're going to see the same guys finish around that spot a lot. Our hometown favorites did not do well. Kyle Busch lost a tire, wrecked the car. Noah Gragson, he had a flat, right? I think it was a flat tire, but I know he wrecked out. Herbst didn't run that well, surprisingly. So, yeah, the Gregson one got me because obviously I bet him top 10, and he was right there. And then, like, 20 to go or something like that, wrecked out.
Yeah,
right.
Not a lucky night for them.
No. AJ Allmendinger top 10, though.
Yep.
They did get that. And I don't know, man. Just the whole top 10 I thought was weird. But like I said, there's that green flag pit stop caution that screwed a lot of guys like Hamlin. Larson ended up getting put in the back, and Christopher Bell, Reddick, all those guys. I believe Blaney did too. It's just, it shook things up late in the race to where we see a top 3 like Barry, Suarez, Priest. But okay. I got nothing else for Vegas. How about you?
No, not really. Not
Okay.
really.
Well, I don't think we have any big news this week either. I haven't heard anything. So we'll just hop right into Homestead.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, we're moving along this week. So obviously, it's not a playoff race anymore. It's early in the season. So do you think we're still going to see the same guys competing that are playoff style drivers, or do you think they're going to be, I don't know, saving it, I guess?
I don't know. I mean, I can see both sides of that. You're also, I guess, dealing with a little bit different climate as well. So we might see it run a little bit different. But yeah, I don't really know what the answer to that is. What do you think?
I don't think all the guys that you see in like the Homestead Fall race be up there. I don't know if your Penske guys are going to run as strong, just because they do the same thing every year. They show up late. It's almost like they don't want to show the speed they have, and so they kind of cruise. Could Ryan Blaney go out there and win this race and lock himself in early in the season? Yeah, he could. Could Joey Logano? Yeah, sure. Cindric, maybe. I don't know. It's Cindric. But I don't think you're going to see them up there competing and be as fast as they have been. Honestly, what I think we're going to see is HMS go out and dominate this race.
Really?
I do. I think Hendrick is going to show up this week in force because they haven't won a race. They haven't been getting the results that they wanted.
Well, Byron won a race.
Oh, yeah, Daytona.
Mhm.
Yeah. But like, they just don't seem to be finishing where they should be. Like we said, Larson was fastest last week. He finished 9th, I think. So I think they're going to show up for this race and really try to put on a show. I could see 3 of them being top 5. I really could. I could see any 3 of the 4. Like, Bowman runs really well at Homestead. I'll throw it out there now. He's my long shot to win this race at, was it plus 2,800. I like Bowman this week. So yeah, I see that. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think we're gonna get somewhat of a preview of what the beginning of last season looked like with the Gibbs Hendrick battle. I think it's gonna be a lot of those guys up there.
Yep, and I could definitely see that too. It seems, I mean, obviously those are playoff contenders too. So yeah, I don't, it's hard to say. I still feel like we're 5 weeks in now, and I don't really have a strong grasp on what we're going to see.
Yeah.
Just the first 2 races are super speedways and a road course. And it's like, okay, we kind of get a little taste of what we're supposed to expect, but then we're getting these late race cautions or the yellow flag during pit stops, and it just throws a wrench in everything. You're like, I don't know what happened here, because the results of the race aren't what should have been, right? Like you said, Larson probably should have won last week. I don't disagree. There was a couple guys up there that were kind of quick. I think it was Blaney and somebody else. But yeah, it's just eventually we're going to get this race, a full race, to finish how it's supposed to, if it makes sense. No calamity, no chaos, nothing like that.
You would think.
Yeah. I don't know. We also had rain in Vegas, like the first day in like 100 and something days last week. Yeah.
Yeah, you schedule a race, you gotta forecast,
dude,
for rain.
Yeah. I don't get it. They could go to like the desert somewhere and it's gonna rain for 3 days.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what they did, I guess.
Just bring NASCAR.
Yeah. Okay, so do you have any outrights you're looking at here? Anything sticking out to you?
Give me 1 second. So I do have Christopher Bell outright, which I think you do too. I'm feeling that.
Yeah, plus 900. I like him this week. He's the top guy as far as rate, like what I'm willing to bet. I really liked Larson, but when I saw him at plus 400, I was like, there's no way I'm betting this. March Madness starts though, so maybe I'll throw a parlay up on my, Twitter or something like that. But I'm not betting at plus 400. It'll probably hit. I really think Larson's got a very good shot at winning this race, and the odds show it. Anybody else you looking at?
No, as far as wins, I don't think so.
What about Hamlin at plus 1100?
I don't hate it. I don't hate it at all. I think he's due.
He's had some rough races at Homestead, but it's always like, what was it, 2 years ago, running third, has a flat tire. Last year, Reddick passed him and Blaney for the lead, on the last lap. So Hamlin's there. He's quick. Is he going to put one together? He's got, Progressive insurance on the car for the first time?
Yeah, big unveiling of the sponsor this week.
Big unveiling, big sponsor for that team. Like JGR is getting a lot of money for this. He's going to try his hardest to get them in victory lane week 1 of that sponsorship. So I'm definitely eyeing Hamlin at plus 1100. And then, like I said, I like Bowman as a long shot.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I'm kind of with you. I think Hendrick is going to come to put on a show.
Yeah. Chase Elliott I thought about it for a second, but I don't know, man. He's consistent in the top 5, right? He can be there. He just never gets the win. So
yeah,
he's not Byron where he can go out and rattle off 3 in a row, or Larson, or, I don't know. Okay. What else are you liking this week? How about top 3s or top 5s?
So long shot top 3. I like AJ Allmendinger. Plus 1,800.
Okay. Whoa.
I mean,
big odds.
Yeah, big odds. I'm not advising to throw a lot on it, but Allmendinger's been really good at Homestead in his career and recently. I think last year, he finished?
I think
8th.
Yeah,
8th last year. Yeah, and since 2022, he's had 3 top 10s and 2 top 5s.
Yep, he is actually tied with Christopher Bell top average finish at Homestead in this next gen car. I played a little safer with Dinger, and I went top 10 at plus 250. But yeah, I like the long shot. Throw it out there for top 3. It'd be interesting to see Collie get a good finish like that.
Yeah, building a little bit of momentum off of last week too, the top 10 finish.
Yep,
we'll see if they can put a couple finishes together. And then I also top 3. I like William Byron. He's just so damn consistent. He's always running up there. I think I'm ready to pull the trigger on that. And
like I just said, I could see 3 of the 400 cars being top 5. And I mean, in my mind, it's going to be Larson, Byron, and I think Bowman. I really do. And then Chase Elliott will be like 8th. So
be a great day for them.
Yeah, that'd be great. And I'm sure Mr. Hendrick would love it. Any other top 3s?
Nope, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. I got a top 5. That'd be Christopher Bell plus 120. Again, like I just said, AJ and him tied for top average finish in the next gen car at Homestead. So I could see Larson, Byron for sure being up there. I'll throw in either Reddick or Blaney, and then I think it's going to be Seabell. So how about you?
I'm gonna probably tail you there with Christopher Bell, but I also like Denny Hamlin, top 5. Finished 3rd here last year, and he's had rough races here, but he's had a lot of good races here.
Yep.
I think he's the winningest active driver at this track. Am I right?
Oh, I actually don't know on that one.
I think he has 3 wins in his career, not in the next gen car, but in his career, he has 3 wins at Homestead. So I'm rolling with Hamlin top 5 plus 140, I believe.
Yeah, we only have 3 winners in this next gen car because of the COVID year, they 2021 or all that stuff. They only have 1 race. So it's Larson, Bell, and Reddick. Those are our 3 winners. I don't know if Denny is or is not. But yeah, no, he was, like I said, 2 years ago, he was running third, had a flat tire. Then last year, he finished third, and he was right there competing for the win on the last lap, like literally on the back stretch right there. So I like it. Top 5 at plus 140. Yeah. What you got for top 10s?
Top 10s, I got Alex Bowman plus 110. We've pretty much established we're really high on Hendrick this week. I like that. I think it's a safe pick. He's ran well here. I think since 2022, he's had an average finish of 13th.
Yep.
So just right outside the top 10 on an average finish. I like him there. Austin Dillon at plus 600. Now, this is a long shot. But I feel
top 10s.
Yeah, he's got some top
10s.
5. So I mean, I'm just rolling the dice there, hoping he can do something he's done here before, and I like the odds there, plus 600.
His top 5's plus 2,000. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah,
there's somebody who's done it.
Yeah,
like recently.
It was last year, wasn't it?
No, I think it was 2 years ago.
Okay. Yeah, you might.
Yeah,
be
he
right
finished 25th last year here.
Yep. Okay, that's a good one. Plus 600, great odds. You got anything else?
I think we both have Allmendinger top 10 here.
Yeah.
Like you had said earlier, you playing it safe with him at plus 250. A guy who you could maybe say it's his best non-road course track.
Yep.
Throughout his career. Building off of last week, top 10 last week, go for 2 in a row, build some momentum. I like it at plus 250.
Yeah, that one was like one of the first things I locked in this week was that Dinger plus 250. He's run well. I have his average finish wrote down. Oh yeah, 5.3. Like, yeah, easily. I'm going to bet that at plus 250. My other ones, I do have 2 more. Bubba Wallace plus 160. Just for some reason, those 2311 cars run really well at tracks like this. Bubba has shown he's got speed at tracks like this too. So he's had some okay finishes. I like the plus 160 and kind of the longer shots. Priest at plus 200. At Homestead, he's got finishes. Oh man, I lost it. He had a 10th place finish last year at Stewart Haas. Now, that car was absolute garbage last year. Like, it's not a hidden fact that, HMS checked out, just kind of threw the year away. He finished 10th. So I definitely could see him being there. The year before, 13th. And then the Xfinity Series, 5th, 6th. And then a 21st. So he runs well at Homestead. We see he's got speed. I mean, we just saw it last week. So top 10 plus 200, Ryan Priest. Looking for him to continue that streak. We'll see. I thought I had Bowman in there too, but apparently I don't. Oh. I lost my DraftKings messed up. I can't see top 10s anymore. But yeah. And then I said it earlier, fastest lap. I'm going back to this, man. I like Reddick at plus 1200. We know he can rip that high line. He just had the fastest lap last week. I think he can do it again, plus 1200. And then I'm going deep. Bubba plus 5,000 and Busher plus 5,000. So close with Bubba last week. And then just Busher and a Ford, man. They're fast, and Busher's a good driver.
Yeah. Yeah, I like both of those. For fastest lap, I got Hamlin at plus 1,400.
Okay. How about heads to head? You got Hamlin versus Blaney. Hamlin is plus 125, Blaney minus 170.
That might be my favorite one.
Yeah, I'm all over Hamlin. All over Hamlin. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm sure those odds will just crash pretty quick, but I would get on that if you can. What is going on with my DraftKings? Like, it got all changed up. Sorry. Okay. Barry versus Keselowski. Barry minus 140, Keselowski plus 105.
I mean, if you got to make a pick here, I like Brad.
Really?
Just because of the positive odds.
Okay.
I think if it was even, I wouldn't touch it. But
yeah, I mean, it's plus 105 to minus 140. I don't know. I probably wouldn't touch it to begin with. I think it's close. Obviously, Barry's shown speed. Keselowski not so much. Brad's got the more experience. So I'm kind of Josh has run well in the Xfinity race there. I don't know. I'm kind of on the Barry side of anything, but I'd stay off of it, honestly. How about Hocevar versus Dinger? Hocevar minus 160, Dinger plus 115.
this is another one that I like. I like AJ Allmendinger here. Obviously, we've gone heavy on him throughout the show, and I think that continues here. I don't know. I mean, I could see Hocevar having a top 10 finish as well. So I don't know.
I want to say he had a top 10 last year. I think he finished like 9th, possibly.
Yeah, he finished high. It was top 15 for sure, I want to say.
He finished 9th, one spot behind Dinger, who got 8th. So, and then in 10th was Ryan Preece. Oh, and then Barry was 11th. Okay, here's a driver that I haven't brought up. How about Chase Briscoe?
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't ran great at Homestead the last few years, but I feel like, yeah,
has run well at Homestead. So it's,
yeah,
I don't know. I looked at it and I was just like, man, I don't know. It's so, I wouldn't bet it. Honestly, but it intrigues me a little bit, especially at his odds. They weren't awful, if I remember correctly, but I don't know. Yeah, same as Bowman. I'd definitely take Bowman over Briscoe easily. All right, and our last head-to-head matchup, you got the two Highline guys. You got Reddick at minus 105 and Larson minus 125.
I'm not touching this one.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you here. I don't even have a pick.
Yep. Yeah, I would. Oh, man, I'd pick Larson. I really would. Like, Reddick won last year, but you got to remember with 10 to go, Larson was passing Blaney for the lead and spun out. Like, Larson was going to win that race. So, I don't know. I think if you were to bet it, I would go Larson. I think Larson has a very good shot at winning. I just can't bet him at plus 400. I'm just not that crazy. I wish we get more head-to-heads. Like,
yeah, I know.
Why are we only getting 4 every week? 4.
I don't know. I wish we had more middle of the pack guys.
Yeah. Give me Herbst versus Haley or something like that. Like, I don't know. It's ridiculous right now. I feel like we should have at least 7 on a weekly basis. Anything else you're looking at? Any race props? Top Chevy, Ford, Toyota? Anything like that?
Nothing stood out to me this week, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, I looked at it and I'm just not feeling it. I mean, take a flyer on like Bubba top Toyota at plus 1600, but it'd be just that, a flyer. I don't know. It's just so hard to ignore HMS this week.
I would agree.
Okay. Well, anything else you're eyeing, expecting from Homestead? Or are you ready to wrap this up?
Nothing really from Homestead. I do have a couple 5 race end questions for you.
Okay.
Has there been a particular driver who has just disappointed you this year?
Oh,
Like severely underwhelmed.
I expected more from like the Spire guys, honestly. I expected more from Haley with, Rodney Childers. Michael McDowell just doesn't seem to be putting it together. And I don't know. It had to be those guys. Maybe Hamlin, right? The guy that you expect to be up there competing every week, and he's not. I don't think once this year I've been like, oh, here comes Hamlin. He's going to win it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. My next question.
You got anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I think Ty Gibbs is the big answer here for me. Just what is it? He's 34th in points right now. The only driver who's ran every race behind him is Cole Custer, I think.
Ooh.
So
not good.
Yeah, not good at all. I kind of thought about that question when you brought up Chase Briscoe. I was wondering what you've thought of him to this point.
I expected a little more, but at the same time, it's not all on him, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's had some hit issues and other stuff going on that just seems to be kind of maybe hindering the growth with the new team. But I just thought of something else that we forgot to talk about Vegas. So how did you feel about Christopher Bell stopping in Chase Briscoe's pit stall to tighten a loose wheel?
That was a move. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was definitely strategic, I guess, but do you think that that's a rule waiting to be ready?
I thought it was very heads up thinking for them to do that. I think NASCAR might enforce some kind of penalty, maybe like end of the longest line or something like that, which I think if you're doing it, you're going to end up there anyways. But I don't think you can actually penalize them beyond that. I don't think you can be like, oh, you had a loose tire, you're going to lose 2 laps. Because it's a safety issue, right? You're stopping an unsafe condition. So I don't know. I thought, like I said, heads up, great call. But yeah, it was different. Never seen it, right?
Yeah. All right, 2 more.
Okay.
Of the, I guess let's call them, or of the Big 5. You want to call it Big 5 teams? Would that make sense?
Sure.
What driver do you think their seat is the hottest right now?
Is Trackhouse in the top 5?
Well, I was going to say RFK 2311, Penske, Hendrick, Gibbs.
I mean, if you take nepotism out, Austin Cindric, and I guess Ty Gibbs, right? I think those 2 guys are not performing, I guess, how you want to. Cindric's performing better, but is he performing how a Penske car should?
He's not finishing. That's the problem.
Yep. But, I mean, Cindric Stad's like president of Penske or something like that, and then Ty Gibbs obviously is a Gibbs. So neither of those guys are going to lose a ride. But man, beyond that, I don't know. It had to be like Bowman because Hendrick's got so many people in the pipeline and they're not going to drop Chase Elliott. Like Bowman's running better than Chase, but Chase is the most popular driver. So,
Yeah, they're 4th and 5th in points. They're
Yeah.
actually both above Kyle Larson.
yeah, you're not dropping Kyle Larson either.
No,
So,
not a chance.
yeah,
Okay,
definitely not Byron.
the last hypothetical. Obviously, we know who would fill this ride. But if Trackhouse dropped Suarez and approached Kyle Busch,
Oof.
would he take it?
No, I
No?
don't think he would. No. I think the only ride right now, if Kyle Busch were to go somewhere, is he will end up in a 2311 car. When they announced Haley was going back, not Haley, Heim was going back to the truck series, I thought it was a very strong possibility that 2311 was going to steal another driver from RCR. I thought Busch was going to go over there. But that's, I think, the only place I could see him going, unless it was something like he was going to take Bowman's spot, right? I don't see him taking a mid-ride anymore. And I kind of view Trackhouse as that.
So you think that he would not force his way out at RCR?
I kind of view the cars as the same there. You know, it's RCR can compete for top 10. Well, so can Trackhouse. They might steal a win here or there, but I'd say they're on level playing field here. I don't think it's just going to go to another team that's equal.
Yeah, I feel like they are pretty equal now, but one has a slightly upward trajectory while the other one has a slightly downward trajectory, and maybe it's time to jump. I don't know.
I feel like Trackhouse is stalled out.
You could make that argument.
Pitbull just left at like a day before the Daytona 500 or 2 days before, like announced that he's leaving Trackhouse immediately or effective immediately. So I don't know what's going on over there. Justin Marks is pretty good, but I feel like they might have stretched themselves thin moving with MotoGP and all that stuff. So yeah.
So, all right, I said last one, but this is a quick one.
Okay.
So with that being said, you like Spire more than Trackhouse right now?
Even. I 100% even. I really thought we were going to go into the season and Spire was going to step up. They were going to move up a little bit. And it didn't happen. They're just not putting everything together right now. Could it be something we see in like 4 or 5 more weeks where all the teams start kind of clicking? Sure. Justin Haley he was fast, I should say, last year at Homestead. Could he be fast this week? Sure, he could. I think he spun out like 3 times in the race, but he started I think he spun out on the first lap, but he started top 5. I don't know. I expected more from McDowell. I expect more from Haley. Carson's the best driver over there right now. So I don't know. I kind of view FRM right there also. Those are like the 4 teams. They're just even to me. Just mid-tier. And then Colleagues a level below.
What about Legacy?
I'd say they're right there with Colleague. They're getting better. Like Legacy next year, I bet John Hunter's out. They're going to fill it with one of these young Toyota drivers, unless if they steal somebody. Okay, would Kyle Busch maybe go to there if it's a Gibbs car? Drive for Jimmy Johnson? I could see that. I don't know if, man, now you got me wondering.
That would be fun.
We already know Heim's going to 2311, right? So he's going to take the 35 car, which, okay, where's Herbst going?
Well, I thought Heim is going to the 4th car. The he's racing them
Their
like
open car?
15 guys. Yeah, they're racing like 15 races with him, right?
Next year or this year?
This year is Herbst out next year?
I thought Heim was full time next year for 2311. I could be wrong with that. I thought he signed a multi-year deal and they were going to try to get him part time this year, full time next year.
I don't know. That might have happened. I thought that it was a prospect contract.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. I think Heim's shown enough that he could race Cup. I really do. I don't know. What do you do if you're Denny at that time? Because if you do stick with Herbst, I'd want to bring Heim up. Yeah, try to get a fourth charter. Hope NASCAR gets rid of the charter. I don't know. That's a weird one there. A lot of these teams just don't have spots for these drivers. Like you already said, Trackhouse, right? They've got Connor Zilich and they had another young driver, and I can't think of who that was. It's just like, man, now you got Corey Day coming up, and for Hendrick, Raja for Hendrick. It's just all these really good young guys. It's going to be interesting the next couple of years when you start seeing some of these older guys like Hamlin and Kyle Busch and all that get pushed out. Brad Keselowski.
Yeah. I mean, I guess could we possibly see Gibbs in 2311 work out a deal for, I don't know, you see something like Ty wind up at 2311 and maybe bring up someone else to Gibbs?
I'm wondering, and I really am starting to wonder if Ty's going to do what his dad did and just start owning teams instead of racing. We already saw him this year take over the Xfinity car, right? So was it the 54 car? He's the manager of that team. He's the owner. So maybe they're getting ready to move him into an ownership role instead of a driver. If he doesn't start performing, who knows? I still think he's too young for that, though.
Yeah, that's
they're
what I
going
was
to give him
thinking.
a few more years. Yeah, I don't know. Who else? I mean, do you know off the top of your head, Briscoe, what his contract deal is?
No idea.
Yeah,
I would assume it was a multi-year deal.
I would assume the same. So it'd really just be Hamlin, if anything, at Gibbs. So, yeah, I don't know. He's got, what, in my mind, maybe 2 years after this year. Max at that team. It's going to be interesting. We're seeing guys stick around longer, but we're seeing a lot of new faces come in. And there's a lot of talent out there. So it's we're going to see a lot of turnover, I feel like, soon.
Yeah. It'll be real interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. I wonder if Kyle Busch would go race for Legacy. But it had to be like a fully Gibbs car, right? Which they already have Toyota backing all that, so it could be.
That'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, just Jimmy and Kyle Busch together would be interesting. I mean, Jimmy's driven a couple of races in the car. Kyle, obviously, I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't clash, or I feel like he clashes with this car. It just doesn't fit his driving style.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Something to consider, I guess. We'll just start some rumors. I swear last year our podcast got some of the rumors out. Like, we're just throwing out shit. And all of a sudden it's like a week or two later, it'd be like on Reddit, we're like, wait, hold on, what? No, we're just making this shit up. Like there was a couple of things where we got right, but yeah, there were some of the weird ones. It was like, shit, that's our bad.
That's funny.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready to wrap this one up.
Yep, sounds good.
All right. Next week might be Wednesday night. It's my birthday. So I don't know if the wife's got anything planned yet. But yeah, so I might have to switch days or move it around. Right now I'd plan for same time next week. Okay. See ya.
Later.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.